Johnny?
And we begin Act 2. We're back in the Griffin's living room that night. Peter, Lois, Naomi, and Dale are as they were.
Wait a minute. So you guys can't have a baby?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, whose fault is it? I mean, like, which one of you has the thing that's horribly wrong with him? With you, Naomi? You got a bum cervix?
It's nobody's fault. Conception is very complicated.
Dale, it's you, isn't it? You got a bum dong.
You help us, Lois. Well, I'm honored that you would ask me, Naomi. I'm going to have to think about it. I mean, this is a life-altering choice. You know, like an Italian choosing to get glasses.
We cut away to an eye doctor's office. An optometrist wearing a white lab coat stands in front of an Italian guy who sits in an examining chair covering one eye.
Okay, read the third row down, please.
Angle to reveal the eye chart. The middle row says AAO-AOOA. The next morning in the Griffin's kitchen, the family's there eating breakfast.
Everyone, I have something to say. I've given this long and careful thought, and I've decided to carry Naomi and Dale's child for them.
You what?
That's right. And I want your blessing, Peter.
You'll have my stool in your eye, and that's all you'll do.
Yeah, Mom, you get crazy when you're pregnant.
We flash back to the Griffin's living room. Lois and Peter are sitting on the couch. Chris enters.
Mom, I can't find my jacket.
Lois covers her mouth with her hand and throws up into it. She then continues bawling, looking at the throw up in her hand and showing her hand to Peter and Chris as she bawls, with a "how could this have happened" look. Back in the Griffin's kitchen.
One of many reasons they won't air it.
I'm very method, though. I still puked for days to get ready for this.
That's what we all admire about you.
Well, I know it's an inconvenience, but it's a wonderful gift to be able to give someone, so I am going through with it.
You know, another wonderful gift is being able to eat breakfast in fucking peace. Hope you didn't bring your young ones.
Well, I support you, Lois. I think it's great what you're doing.
Yeah, it's great. You're treating your vagina like a red blue fin.
That's not how it is, Stewie. She's doing something wonderful for a couple who can't have their own children and are too egotistical to adopt.
You know what's interesting about Lois's vagina, Brian? Everyone in this room has been in there except for you.
You're the only one who doesn't know what it looks like. Lois, I don't want you walking around all pregnant for 9 months just to hand over the thing when it comes out like a hen to a farmer. I mean, why's it gotta be you?
Because they need a healthy female body to carry the baby.
I can do it!
All right, then. It's settled. I am going to do this.
No, you're not, Lois. I'm sorry, but I forbid it.
Oh, and I'm supposed to just blindly go along with everything you decide for the both of us?
Yes, Lois, that's how we coexist. Just like I coexist with a tiny race of people who live on our carpet.
We flash back to the Griffin's living room. Peter and Chris are on the couch. Peter eats from a jar of peanuts. Chris reacts as we hear the faint sound of music.
Dad, what is that? I think I hear music.
Well, that's the little people, Chris. They're playing music so that I will bless them with food.
Peter takes a single peanut from the jar and flips it down into the shag carpet. From the floor, we hear the faint roar of an appreciative crowd. Peter smiles, satisfied. Next day in the hospital, we're in Dr. Hartman's office. He's there with Lois, Naomi, and Dale. Lois sits on an examination table wearing a hospital gown.
Lois, Dale and I just want to thank you again.
You're making us so happy.
Well, I wish my husband felt the same way you do, but, you know, he is just going to have to accept it.
Okay, so the eggs have already been fertilized by means of intracytoplasmic sperm injection. And now the embryos will be inserted.
Dr. Hartman closes the curtain, obscuring him and Lois from the others. Cut to behind the curtain where we see Lois in stirrups.
Now, the insertion procedure will be performed by the South American Jovitos blowgunners.
What will reveal native warriors with blowguns?
Wait a minute. I don't want them shooting things into my vagina.
Well, perhaps you could tell them. If only you spoke Jovitos.
The blowgunners blow their blowguns. Cut to the outside of the curtains, we hear Lois scream. The next day in Peter and Lois's bedroom, Lois takes out a home pregnancy test, opens it up, and goes to the bathroom. In the kitchen at the same time, Brian and Peter sit drinking coffee.
I believe she went ahead and did it, after I specifically told her how I felt. Well, clearly she believed it was within her right to... Lois just peed on something.
Suddenly Quagmire pops up in the kitchen window.
Hey, Brian, you picking up on that?
There are no giggities in this script, so...
Giggity, 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 giggity.
Yeah.
Quagmire disappears.
It worked, everybody. I am pregnant.
Damn it, this has gone too far. And I'm gonna do something about it, and it's gotta be now. What do you mean? What are you gonna do? I'm not gonna do anything, Brian. But sometimes things happen. The house is a dangerous place for the days. Crooked staircases, faulty wiring, gay poltergeists.
What will reveal a gay poltergeist who floats in?
To that outfit.
The gay poltergeist shuffles away gaily. In the living room later that day, Lois is on the couch. Peter stands in front of her.
Lois, I've hired some 1980s black breakdancers to do their routine on your stomach.
Hey, now, come on. I am having this baby, and that's the end of it.
But Lois, if they do it good enough, they'll save the Rec Center from being torn down and replaced by some more. Ozone, Turbo, do your thing.
White revealed two black guys who train guns on Peter and Lois.
Oh no, Lois, those are 90s black guys. Those aren't 80s black guys at all.
Peter runs for the door and opens it, revealing two breakdancers.
We're here to dance for the kids.
Run, 80s black guys. You know match better 90s black guys.
Peter runs out, the 90s black guys run into frame shooting. The 80s black guys gasp and run out. In the Griffin's living room, Peter walks in later carrying a bottle of Clorox.
Lois, I bet I can drink more bleach than you.
You know what, Peter, stop it. I know you're not happy about this, but I am pregnant, and I'm having this baby, so knock it off, because I've had it.
No, I've had it. I don't want you pregnant. You'll be fat and cranky, and your boobs will get bigger, and you'll stop having your period. Wait, how do I feel about this? No, I'm against it, I say.
You know, this is important. Naomi and Dale are placing their trust in us. And besides, it's just 9 months, and everything will be back to normal.
We interrupt this program for a breaking news story.
Angle on the TV as we see Tom Tucker doing the news.
A devastating pileup on I-95 has injured 8 people and killed 2 others. Naomi and Dale Robinson were pronounced dead on arrival at Quahog Hospital.
Angle on Peter and Lois staring in shock.
Oh my God.
Back on the TV.
In other news, a local man has won the lottery. Lucky Quahog resident Dale Robinson has hit the... Oh,
That ends Act 2.
We got, I'm going to bring my stool out for this one. No pun intended. Here's a little tune from, the episode Airport 07. You guys want to help me with this?
Absolutely.
Nice. I'm just a prominent dumpster baby. I got no mom or dad. Prominent dumpster baby. My story isn't long before it's awfully sad. And though I came from a hole, I'm singing right from the soul. My family needs a blanket and somebody to spank it. I miss my mom, but she's in the ground. So I'm dumpster baby. I'm that dumpster baby. And I'm taking a stroll. He's taking a stroll. I'm taking a stroll.